The scope of BrandZ India includes Indian brands as well as multinational brands. We're including all brands that are available in India and that are relevant to consumers, right? Because there is a consumer component involved as well, right? So we're not excluding any brand. So the framework would include any brand. So if you selected X number of categories that we are going to include in BrandZ this year, we look at brands which are listed because that's the only way we can get financial information about them. And we will have a consumer component where we'll talk about all those brands among consumers. I would say just basis the learning from what we've seen, right? So HDFC has a large consumer base as well, right? Who is experiencing the brand on a day-to-day basis, right? So that it goes back to the first point. How meaningful is the experience that you're creating for your consumers? So it's meaningful. Point of difference. Appealing communication, which is getting a word out to the market, is just one of the elements, right? So I guess that's the point. When you have so many consumers, you have so many users, you're building their equity with them on a day-to-day basis. You are meaningful. You're introducing new things in the marketplace, right? So I would say communication is one of the things that helps you take it to your consumers. Right? Brands which have, say, low awareness probably will have a bigger task taking it out to consumers, but larger brands per se, because of their size, get out to consumers much faster. So there is, I'm saying, across, in the consumer's mind, right, for you and me, when you watch a communication, we do not say, okay, this is a telecom communication versus this FMCG communication. For us, there are a lot of brands which are trying to reach us, right? Irrespective, we don't watch it by silos or categories. So all of the brands are trying to break into our minds, right, to create space for themselves. So what I would say is only a few reach, right, because there is so much competition, there is so much clutter. So I think the yardstick or the benchmark is becoming tougher and tougher to reach into your consumer's mind. So the ad has to be phenomenally good. It should make a connect with you, say something relevant, right? And you should carry it forward when you buy your next time. So there are different niches in the market for every category, right? So it is finally it is about money, but which route am I going to get there is the thing. Some brands choose the route of premiumization, some brands choose the route of mass, right? Some brands just go with, I need to reach as many people, gain share. Some brands do it a different way. So I guess both are two different routes to getting there. Based on the other work that we are doing for clients, I would say that it is probably there is a little different, probably urban is a little more, so whenever you have more choice, right, then probably I would say loyalty could come down, because it becomes much more difficult to build loyalty when you have so much choice available in front of you. So I would say in urban probably there is a little more choice, so probably loyalty could be a little lower, but I would say there is not too much to differentiate in India between urban and the rural cousins. The one thing which was interesting for me here, which we called out, was also that the role of difference is becoming more important in India. It is more important in India than it was 10 years ago. It is more important in India than other regions as well. So therefore, just having a meaningful brand which is great is not sufficient. You need to do that and also create a point of difference versus the next competitor, so that you are chosen. Finally, it's about consumer preference. So personally, for me, the difference was very interesting, and the fact that it's more important than the rest of the world is even more interesting. In this case, we need financial valuation, right? Financial information. So we're actually looking for companies which are listed.